capture something like I'm saying, you know, this is, I guess in meteorology, we talk about cold fronts, okay? Oops, wrong color. I can hit the back button like it was never there. I'll hit the erase button. We talk about cold fronts in blue, okay, coming down from the north for us. And actually right now, it is recording my voice, okay? So there's cold fronts. And then there, of course, in red, we would do the warm fronts. Okay, so
The microphone on the iPad is recording your voice as it's recording what you're doing.
yep, they're in sync. Yep, so it says 39, 40 seconds, 41. Yeah. And so the cool thing about this, and not all apps are as obvious, but obviously maybe I can hit the pause button if I'm like, okay, now it's clicking off time. Now I'm recording. So when it started recording, it already said here. Does that make sense? Okay. And then I can do some things. And then I'm going to stop recording, or I'm just going to hit the
every project, so those are all important questions.
but kind of like, so for me, this, I'm teaching meteorology in the spring. One of the things I thought would be fun is to, like, you know, for the weather, I can pull up a weather map, okay, and I can zoom in. Oops. Is it kind of going black for you guys too? Okay, good, just me. And then actually I can write on this. I played with this the other day. I can change it to a blue marker and I can go ahead and in class, it's a website, right? But I'm writing over it in Explain Everything. You know what I'm saying? I'm like,
Yeah, and
that's so
recording it.
fun. And recording it, yeah. Oh, but one thing it doesn't do, like this internet site, and it kind of makes sense, is if you go to a YouTube video, you can play it for your students live, but it won't record. Do you know what I mean? That you'll hear it, but you won't see it. The student, you're recording, because it, you know, there's protection and all that. Any questions about that?
If it was something from a publisher, like one of the videos McGraw-Hill provides, and you played it, would it record that?
I think so. I think it would capture that for your students that weren't there. I do. In fact, let me go ahead. I'm going to add a page. This is so fun. Page 5 of 5. So actually we're building as we go, which, like I said, sometimes I want to have things ahead of time to kind of go to those pages. But so here's the deal. I don't know if you can use this, but I'm going to click on the plus sign. I'm going to say new video. So I'm not going to click on file. So actually it is seeing me. Well, it's seeing you. I can switch around to see me. Okay, so this is really corny, but I am recording this video. You can see the 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm recording this video, 7, 8, 9, 10 seconds. I'm going to hit the stop button. Okay, I know that's a really bad pose, but you get the idea. That then is an embedded video in Explain Everything that I captured, and I can do that ahead of time. So does that make sense?
So think in terms of the use for it. You've got something, something moving, yeah. You can take a video of it and you want to show how to actually cut the tendon for this particular thing.
Yep.
And
You can capture
you can actually show that under the iPad. And so there you, not only can you show it, but you can record it.
Now,
Also,
yeah.
But
Well, these are, one thing I'm not, there's a lot of things, but entirely sure about is I think you can save this as an Explain Everything project, which would be the raw everything. And then I think students can put that on their, they have to have 8.1 Windows. But then anybody can open an Explain Everything project, and that little green button would be there. So like if I click this, it's going to play, and yeah, there's the little video. And you could play that in class, because you made me think of it, Amber, when you said, well, if you have a publisher's video, can we, and I think you can capture it.
the challenge would be, how are you going to play the published video from the iPad?
Well,
Yeah.
Play it that way.
Most of them.
Play around.
yeah.
Libby, something to think about too, instead of, another way you can export this, is you can export it as a movie. So it doesn't matter, it'll play on anything, you don't even have to have Explain Everything.
Yeah, that, yeah.
So when you export it as a movie, it's just, well, move, whatever.
Yeah, and you
whatever, that intake can be more format.
Let me go ahead and I'm going to show you, I'm going to click the plus button. There's a little bit more. Okay, that was the new video. And of course, new picture would be, we could take a still image right here, right now, and slap it up there. Existing photo and video. Now that might be kind of along the lines of what we're talking about. If you have an MP4, okay, and I don't know exactly how this would work, but if you have an MP4 under Dropbox, you can actually then embed it as part of Explain Everything. But for now, what?
With your camera roll too.
Yeah, that's what actually played around with this. You see Mike's dissection things. But one of the things that where did it go? Oh, there they are. I was like, where'd they go? I actually cleaned my camera roll the other day. There's too much stuff on it. But I do have a few videos, and so there's one. Where'd it go? Did you guys see the video? Okay, this one is one I took while we were camping this summer. And so this is a video of fire that is on my iPad. I love fire. I'm scared of it, but I love it. So you can see it, and I can actually, I'm saying, dude, I don't want it that big, so I can minimize it, okay? And I had to play around with this because I'm like, where's the play button? But if you hold down, I think, or if you tap it 3 times, oh, okay. There's the play button. So there is my fire. And actually, I can go ahead and loop it. So isn't that cool? Okay. So, you know, for what it's worth, this is what the students would see. And actually, this would show up, and I'll send you a copy of what we're capturing. This will show up on the whole video, like you were saying, Bruce. The whole video to export would have this.
I mean, while this is playing, take your pen tool and annotate it.
Fire.
Yeah.
Isn't that neat? It's just something about it, like, really? Yeah, I mean, like somebody who thought of, it would be cool to do this, I think, has done this. So one other thing, or if you have questions, but I want to get to the export part of it. So actually, before I get to the export part of it, I am going to go back to home, okay, and I'm going to save this, okay, as Tech Time, maybe. See what I mean? That's kind of, I like the keyboard, but can you guys see that keyboard? It's annoying. Okay,